$27.8 million in grants to nonprofits, to organizations serving the community last year. That's just last year. To see that kind of giving, to see that kind of generosity, that kind of impact from people who live and work here, who are our neighbors, people who are often humble. Sometimes the name of their family is on their fund. Sometimes it's an anonymous gift. To be a part of that is really the gift of being a part of this community that we call Central Carolina Community Foundation. Eight years ago, my family, my husband and I, our three kids, and then even my parents moved to South Carolina from Arkansas. I led the state's early childhood agency, South Carolina First Steps. And then after about 7 years, wanted to do something more deeply invested right here in the Midlands. And I found Central Carolina Community Foundation to be that opportunity. This is a foundation that is deeply committed to the thriving of all people, to making spaces and places where we can come together and connect, where little children have parks to play in, where my parents, who are in their late 70s and early 80s, have opportunities, whether it's music or arts, to engage with. This is also a community foundation that makes grants to meet some of the most basic needs of our fellow neighbors. We are here for this community. We've been here for 40 years, and we will be here 40 years into the future and beyond. At Central Carolina Community Foundation, we support philanthropists. We make charitable giving easy by helping people and families, even some companies, establish funds, charitable giving funds that they can give into, and then we grow those funds through wise stewardship and investment. We grow those resources so that they can give for years and often generations to come. We also support nonprofits. There are over 600 nonprofits operating right here in the Midlands. And so from Midlands Gives, which is a year-long platform, and of course Midlands Gives Day, a day of giving, we're sharing out very publicly what the work of those 600 plus nonprofits are. And then more specifically, we make grants directly to nonprofits that create a high quality of life, a thriving community in the 11 counties of the Midlands. And we build their capacity by pulling them together, sometimes even bringing in national dollars to equip them to be stronger, healthier nonprofits, as we did most recently with an AI initiative in partnership with Google.org. So over a year ago, I came into this role at the Community Foundation, and just a few months into the job, heard about this opportunity with Google.org to apply for a grant, a major grant, over $1 million, to bring resources to local communities to help build up nonprofits' ability to fully embrace AI in their program and operational capacities, right? And so we competed for the grant. We were one of 5 community foundations nationally. The others were New York City, Austin, Atlanta, and San Francisco, and then us, Central Carolina Community Foundation. We got those dollars so that we could work with 20 direct service, human service organizations from across South Carolina, not just restricted to the Midlands, over the course of a year, gathering them together. We've had 65, 70 people in a room together now for the 4th time, looking forward to the 5th, really figuring out how they can use AI to make their work even more efficient at a time when we know nonprofits are being stretched thin, when the demand on their services is great, and unfortunately when resources are being cut. One of the most joyful parts of our work here at the Community Foundation is supporting generations in their giving and their philanthropy. Just last week, I had the chance to meet together with someone who is in their 90s and their son, his son who is in his 60s. And together they were shaping a vision for their giving right back to this community where they've grown their business, where they've raised their kids and now grandkids. And to be able to bring to a conversation like that, not only the wise stewardship of dollars, but also the deep local knowledge of the nonprofits that are solving our most pressing problems here in the Midlands. That's really the value that we bring to philanthropy and to donors who are already charitable, who are already committed, who could choose to partner with an outside commercial donor support, but instead say, I want to have a fund with my local community foundation, with Central Carolina Community Foundation, because I value that sort of white glove service and that local knowledge of the community. And frankly, because every fee dollar that we take comes back here into this community, into grants that make the Midlands great.